All right, another video on deck. We're going to be debadging this new Ram. We got the doors here. Sport, this is just a sticker decal. Got one of those on each side, and then we got quite the collection over about 20 years of debadging vehicles, from Chrysler 200, Impala. You can see there's several Rams here, BMW. We've debadged a lot of vehicles over the years. I've even removed a couple of handles. I like to use a fishing line. This is 15-pound test. I think you could actually go with something quite a bit stronger. I tend to break a lot of this. I don't use the heating gun unless I have to. A little bit of a buffing pad to get rid of any last residual glue. I like to use these plastic scrapers so that we don't actually tear up the paint. And yeah, we'll also take a look at the logos on the back of the Ram here on the tailgate. I'll remove anything that we can without having like factory guide holes. If you're familiar with Fords, they tend to oh god, magnetic lights. Let's get some light on this situation. They tend to put like guide holes on the larger logos so that they line up perfectly. However, with Ram, they use a form at the factory, an alignment tool, to get that in the same spot every time. So Laramie and 4x4 will get rid of that. And I'll take you through the process of debadging the newer Rams, the 5th gen Rams. Thanks for watching. So I like to break me off a little bit of fishing line here, about 20 inches or so, and I'll wrap it around my fingers. Now you can also take a socket, a couple of small sockets, and do it. And then I'm just gonna get right behind this logo here and saw it. Now I'm pulling away from the vehicle towards the back of the logo, because even though it's just fishing line, you can slightly damage the clear coat if you take a fishing line against the clear coat, and you'll get fine cut marks into your clear coat, which we can obviously detail out, but it's nice just to avoid those right from the start. Now, it's only like 30 degrees outside right now in Michigan, so this is actually and there we go, we just broke our first piece. So again, if I had a heavier test, it probably wouldn't have happened. But now again, sometimes it's nice to use a couple of sockets. I'll usually just loop it all the way through the socket, bring it back, and then I'll just grab the one end with my fingers. That way I hold that steady on there. You know, if you just pinch the end of the socket, and that way you're not putting all that cutting pressure on your fingers, because obviously that can hurt. So right back where we left off. I think we got almost through the A, so about halfway through. Well, starting to lose my socket. I think we're pinched. Oh, no. Nah, dang it. Alright, round 3 coming up. Alright, so I've got my string behind there already, and then I put in this little wedge to give me a little bit of separation there. Maybe that'll take a little bit of pressure off the line, and it'll be slightly easier. I don't know. Never really done it in cold weather. Usually it's quite a bit warmer when we trade in a vehicle and move on to the next. And there we go, we got it off. Now, I won't actually put any pressure on the paint as I'm taking off this, because again, you could scratch your paint. So I'm actually pulling away from the vehicle. Boom. Laramie gone, and officially into our bucket of old stuff. So what I'll do with this is I'll give it some Goo Gone, and I'll just kind of let it soak in. Maybe, perhaps, yep. And I'll let that first layer soak in on there, and I'll go remove a couple of the other logos. With sport here, I'll probably just use my fingernail to get underneath it. Nice and easy. Like, and again, this could easily put small micro scratches into your paint. Now you may say, hey, why are you taking off the emblems on your truck? Because I pay them. They don't pay me to drive around with their logo on. That's how I've always felt about it. Also, dirt sits on these logos and just sits underneath them, and you think you got your vehicle clean, and then it rains and you got a dirt streak coming from behind your logos, or any of that rubber that's on your truck, the moldings, all of it. You know, that these trucks go up in trim line, all they really do is add more plastic to your vehicles, and I'm just not a fan of it. I never have been. I hope I never am, but I know people who hated chrome one day and they got old and all of a sudden they loved it, and I don't participate in that. I might actually have to use a heat gun on these, maybe try to get it a little warm. Maybe. Aw, felt like I almost had it. Come on. She is really on there. Give me a moment. I'm gonna grab the heat gun and extension cord. Alright, we're back. We got the heat gun. I'm gonna try to heat it up a little bit. I'm gonna keep this moving. I basically just want to get enough to get that started up here. Once I have it started, I think we'll be able to do quite alright, so. What a world of difference. And basically, I'm just going to try to follow the I ripped. It ripped. I'm not going to get a perfect tear. Ah, dang. I just put the camera right in the right in the path there. I see it. Not the camera, but the light. I just put the light right in it. So, yeah, I'm going to have to heat it up again. So again, it doesn't take very long. This is obviously in real time, because again, my editing skills are horrible, but yeah, once you get that little bit of heat on there, it actually loosens that right up. Got a little bit of residual residue right there where that was, and that comes off easy enough. Just like that. Incredible. Incredible. Cleaner looking already. Let me start down here at this end. See if this is better to be able to watch me peel it off. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? So I guess thanks for watching, huh? Oh yeah. For checking out my dirty fingernails. Dirty hands, clean money, alright? That's what they say. Yeah. I got cocky. I got cocky. Super overconfident. Don't see any residue on this. But also, that's the old trick. You can take that and you can splotch where it was. Sploshing. Alright, let's not. That's the thing. Sploshing. It's probably not YouTube appropriate. Also, don't Google that. So you're gonna get a little adhesive line. It's so hard to see. You're gonna get an adhesive line anywhere where the stickers start and stop. So got a little bit right here and a little bit right here. And again, you can take the old adhesive, kind of dab it, and that's gonna get up, I mean, 90% of it. Beautiful, beautiful. Couple of little marks there, and there. This is just dust, but we're gonna get a real good detail. The second the weather gets good enough, we'll get a full coat of wax and polish on the whole thing. Maybe even a ceramic coating. I don't know. I've never done a ceramic coating before, but I've been watching a lot of guys do it now, and I think a ceramic coating is probably definitely in the future. So this side came off real rough. Real rough. You can see all the residue on this side. This is the passenger side of the Ram. So what I'm doing is I'm spraying my Goo Gone. It's the gel adhesive. I'm spraying that onto my rag and then just kind of dabbing it on there to let it sit for a moment. And then once it's on there for a moment, I'll take like the corner of the rag and I'll just push it all in one direction, like the band. That's a stupid reference. That's a stupid reference. Here's another one. I like my trucks and my vehicles like, oh man. Not in here, I can't think of her name. Will Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. I like my cars like I like Jada Pinkett Smith. Smooth. Yep. Nothing on them. But yeah, I'll just keep doing that now until all this residue is gone. I'll give it a final little buff with a clean microfiber cloth. Has to not tear up the actual finish on the truck. And I'll just keep doing that till it's gone. It's a labor-intensive project. Now, I do actually have a 3M eraser specifically for taking off adhesive on cars. I'm very reluctant to use it. I've used it on a few vehicles, and if they have quality paint, you're absolutely fine. However, I've used it on some of the lower quality cars, and it will go right through your clear coat and paint if it doesn't actually have well applied paint. So I'm always very reluctant to use it, especially on a brand new vehicle. Yeah. Now this can be a pretty tedious process right here. Basically, same way I took off those other emblems, I've been letting this soak now with the top layer of Goo Gone on it. I'm just trying to get started, and then once I get started, I should be able to peel the vast majority of it, the bulk, off of it. Just nice and slow. And now this is by far the largest emblem on here. I mean, the other side says 4x4. That's just three letters on there, you know. And then Rams on the doors, RAM, obviously 3 letters. And even though they're larger, it's still technically less surface area. So there's a good sized chunk we just got off. And if this does break in the middle, goodness. Wow. I'm not sure what that's all about. It's fairly miserable. But if it does break in the middle of this pool, it's actually quite a bit easier to get it restarted. Now I think my hands are just becoming slippery from the adhesive remover. It's going very well. So I mean, honestly, I've only got about 10 minutes invested in this so far. And I'm about to have my third logo completely gone. So that's halfway through. Realistically, I'll be done with this whole job inside of an hour. Boom, I got a little speck here and another one there, and that is it. So I'll take my rag that already has a lot of the adhesive remover on it, give it a little wipe. And the nice thing about having this done this early on in the vehicle is there won't be any ghosting effect of that logo lasting on here. Sometimes if you wait a summer, you may not realize it, but your vehicle's already being dyed by the sun. The sun is already dyeing the paint on your vehicle. So if you wait and procrastinate, eventually you go to remove your emblems and you're gonna get ghosting to where even after you remove it, it's gonna have the outline of Laramie there or the outline of a 4X4 over here. So, I mean, it's important that if you're into that Jada Pinkett Smith smooth look, that you remove your emblems real early on. And that's basically debadging. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it. I'd appreciate a like, a subscribe, a comment. Let me know what kind of vehicles you're working on. And do a final walk around on the Ram. So this emblem has to stay because it's recessed. Man, really got to figure this out. Because it's got a recess all around it. If I remove that emblem, there's 3 holes behind it. Here, here, and right here so they exactly centered on that recess. So if I change that out for a custom one, it'll be the same size that fits right there. Again, the 4x4 is gone, Sport's gone, and last but not least, all the way up here on the door where it used to say Ram, completely gone. No evidence of it anywhere. It looks great. Love it, nice and smooth. Now the only place dirt can really sit is on the handles and in the gas filler door. And you know, that just is what it is. Do a good job cleaning it up. But again, I appreciate you watching. Tune in next time, we'll be doing some more automotive related content, I'm sure. Thanks.